In this quick jam, I'll be showing you how you could add some cool 3D depth effect to a 2D poster using Adobe After Effects. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Rupen from Jammed, and in this video we have something rather simple, yet it adds a lot to a 2D poster. As you can see here in this file, we have this retro looking 2D poster. Trust me guys, I'm not a time traveler or anything, which is perfectly layered and ready for animation. Everything is on its own layer as you can see here, which is how we're going to animate things in After Effects. To layer things correctly in Illustrator, make sure to go ahead and open your poster up and make sure that you have the things that you need to be on a layer with one another grouped together. And that is done by selecting objects together, pressing Ctrl-Command-G, which is the shortcut for grouping. If you want to ungroup, it's Ctrl-Command plus Alt-Option plus G. Now go ahead and create a new layer, name it according to what's inside so you could easily access it later, then make sure that the group is selected, then click on this tiny little button on the very right side of the Layers tab and drag it onto the new layer that we just created. This will just transfer everything to this new layer. Now you might see that it's on top, but that's because our layer is on the top. You may want to hide layers after transferring the objects just to make the process faster for you. And in the end, start arranging the layers again on top of each other just like they should be. That is basically how you're going to set up your Illustrator or Photoshop file to make it read correctly for the purpose that we need it for in After Effects. After you're done, go ahead and save it as an Illustrator document, then head over onto After Effects to start adding some sick 3D. Now create a new composition in After Effects, doesn't matter what you're going for, completely up to you. I'll be choosing 1920 by 1080 for the purpose of this video. Add in a black solid, push it behind to get rid of the transparency if you wish to. Drag in the file that we just saved as a composition, resize it a little to fit our screen, then double click on our composition to show our layers. First thing you need to do is turn on the 3D layer effect by clicking and activating the 3D cube checkbox on all of the layers. To see the object in 3D, open the view settings here where it says one view. Select two views, horizontal to see the objects from top as well. I'm going to push the yellow background to the very back, resize it a little to fit the entire screen, the flames also to the back, then I take all the shadows together, push it on top of the flames, and I'll adjust the top flames and the text to be slightly in front of the hand itself to add more depth. Now I'm going to create a null object, turn on 3D effect on it as well, then I'll parent all the layers to the null except for the border and the background because we don't really need to animate them. After parenting the layers to the null, open the null rotation properties and you'll see as we change it, everything changes in perspective. That's pretty much how you change the perspective and add depth to a poster. You can leave the video right here and use this little gem to make something awesome as I don't want to waste your precious time, or continue watching if you want to understand a little about the animation techniques in After Effects. To animate the poster, open the null transform properties and click on this little time button on the very left side of the position and the X rotation properties. Then you'll notice that we have two keyframes placed. Move forward slightly on the timeline and change the values of both properties, and now you'll see that as we move forward in time, the poster is animated. To loop our animation, select both of the very first keyframes that we placed, copy them using Ctrl-Command-C, then paste it in front using Ctrl-Command-V, and add some easing to the animation by selecting all the keyframes, right-clicking, and then Keyframe Assistant, and then use Easy Ease or the Ease In option. It should look smoother now. To control the smoothness of the animation, open the graph editor and then right-click on the keys and select Edit Speed Graph. Here you'll see some handles that you can play with. Make the curves peak near the beginning of the animation, make it seem like it's easing in. This part is completely up to you and it comes through trial and error. Now I'll add an extra individual animation on the text and the shadows behind it to avoid making it look super lazy. And that's pretty much how I reach the end result. Go ahead and get back to your main composition and add to render queue and show off your cool poster. See you fellas.